Hello, welcome back to Project Mastery Podcast. This is the next episode on CPMAI question bank series. Your team is assessing a go no-go feasibility for a chatbot project. Which CPMAI stage are they in? Is it phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4? You would have guessed by now, the answer is phase 1, business understanding phase. Next question. For predictive maintenance project, you will identify the required data, confirming access and starting the work. Which CPMAI phase is this? Is it phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4? The right answer is phase 2, data understanding phase. In an AI project, phase 2, data understanding, focuses on identifying, gathering and assessing the data needed to build the AI solution. This phase includes determining what data is necessary based on the business problem, checking if the required data is available and accessible, exploring the data to understand their quality, completeness and relevance. And you also identify any potential issues with the data such as gaps, inconsistency or bias. In this scenario, the team determines data needs based on the maintenance prediction goal. They verify whether they have access to the required data. They prepare to move forward with the project once data feasibility is established. This is exactly the scope of phase 2, which is all about data understanding and validating the data before moving on to preparation modeling development phase. Next question. What is the best way to test for high bias versus high variance? Options are cross-validation, transfer learning and ensemble neural network. The right answer is cross-validation. Cross-validation is a powerful technique used in machine learning to assess how well a model generalizes to unseen data. It helps detect both high bias and high variance by providing a more comprehensive evaluation than a simple train test split. High bias means underfitting. Cross-validation will show consistent poor performance across all folds, indicating that the model is too simple or not learning the patterns in the data. High variance meaning overfitting. Cross-validation will reveal large discrepancies between training and validation scores across folds, indicating that the model fits training data too closely but fails to generalize. This makes cross-validation a robust tool for identifying how well a model performs and whether the performance issues stem from bias or variance. Next question. In an AI-based hiring system, applicants must be able to appeal or contest decisions. Which trustworthy AI layer covers this? Is it ethical or responsible or governed or trust? The right answer is governed AI. They need to allow applicants to contest the results of an AI-driven hiring system, which relates directly to governance and oversight mechanisms around AI system. Governed AI refers to establishment of policies, process, control, accountability structure that ensures AI systems are used ethically, fairly, responsibly within an organization. Governed AI is going to allow the users to challenge or contest AI decisions, which is a key part of governance, providing mechanism for accountability and recourse when AI outputs have significant impact on people's lives. This layer ensures there are procedures in place for review, audit, dispute resolution, which protects individuals and maintains trust in AI system. Other layers focus on different aspects. Ethical AI refers to principles and value guiding AI development and use. Responsible AI emphasizes responsible design, development and deployment. Transparent AI deals with clarity about how AI systems operate. Explainable AI focuses on making AI decisions and understandable. Trustworthy AI concept is a very important core concept. There is a separate episode which exclusively covers trustworthy AI concepts. Please take your time to look at the episode to gain immense knowledge on trustworthy AI concepts. Next question. Your model is too sensitive to data changes and does not generalize well. What problem is this? Is it underfitting or overfitting or data drift or model? The answer is overfitting. When a model is oversensitive to fluctuations or noise in the training data and performs poorly on new unseen data, it is exhibiting overfitting. Overfitting occurs when the model learns not only the underlying patterns but also the random noise and specific details of the training dataset. This results in excellent performance on training data but poor generalization to new data, meaning the model cannot make accurate prediction on real-world inputs outside the training data. This problem contrasts with underfitting, where the model is too simple to capture the underlying patterns and performs poorly on both training and test data. Therefore, the symptoms described, sensitivity to data fluctuation and difficulty generalizing, are classic signs of overfitting. Next question. When using a neural network algorithm to generate a machine learning model, certain artifacts are essential to ensure the model can be reproduced or audited or understood by the stakeholders or tuned or retrained in the future. The right answer is reproduced. The artifacts that are required are supporting training data, hyperparameter settings, and algorithm code. When we talk about supporting training data, this is the data used to train the neural network. It must be included because it defines the input-output relationship the model learned. It is essential for reproducibility and future retraining. It helps evaluate whether the data used was representative and relevant. Hyperparameter setting is also an important artifact that needs to be included. Neural networks have many parameters like learning rate, batch size, number of layers. Including those settings is critical because they strongly influence model performance and behavior. Without them, the training process cannot be accurately replicated. They allow future tuning and optimization efforts. Algorithmic code, the code used to implement the neural network, is vital because it contains the logic and the structure of the model. Others can use it to retrain or deploy the model. It documents implementation for compliance, maintenance, future enhancements. Next question. What does the confusion matrix measure? Is it a learning rate or a cost or a model accuracy? The right answer is C. Model accuracy and how correct and incorrect it is for a classification task. A confusion matrix summarizes classification performance by counting true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative, from which accuracy, precision, recall can be derived. Next question. Who is most responsible for enforcing data governance in an organization? Is it the data owner or the data scientist or the project manager or the data steward? The right answer is data steward. Data stewards typically apply and enforce governance policies day to day. Data owners are accountable for the data domain, but stewards handle enforcement in practice. Data stewards are the individuals specifically tasked with managing and overseeing the proper handling, quality, security, and compliance of data within an organization. Their responsibilities include implementing and enforcing data governance policies and standards, ensuring data accuracy, data integrity, data privacy. They are also required to monitor how data is accessed, how data is shared, how data is used according to organization rules and regulatory requirements. Data steward is also going to act as a bridge between the data owners, users, and the IT teams to maintain data stewardship. Next question. When should trustworthy AI be considered in AI project? Is it phase 2 or phase 4 or phase 3 or every? The right answer is every phase. Trustworthy AI, we're talking about fairness, transparency, privacy, safety, governance, monitoring, human oversight. All must be built. All must be built in from start to finish, not added at the end. Hence, it should be considered in every phase. Next question. You have data and a neural network selected, and you're ready to train. What CPMAI phase is this? 1 or 2 or 3 or 4? The right answer is phase 4, model development. Training the model happens in phase 4, model development. Phase 4 is the model building phase where the actual training of AI ML models take place using prepared data and selected algorithms. In this example, next question. As a project manager, you are brainstorming a new hyper-personalization project. What key features should be included to ensure success? Is it a unique profile or a unique profile to automate or a unique profile to categorize or a unique profile that adapts and learns over time? The right answer is option A. Hyper-personalization requires a per-person profile that continuously learns and updates based on behavior or context over time. Next question. Data science notebooks are not good for what? Collaboration or documentation or developing user interface? The right answer is developing user interface. Please note the question says data science notebooks are not good for what? Notebooks are not good for developing user interface. Notebooks are great for exploration. Notebooks are great for analysis. Notebooks are great for sharing code or results. They are not ideal for building production user interfaces. Next question. What does it mean to operationalize a model? Putting the model into place for what? What is the purpose of putting a model in place? Is it for training or for iteration or for inference or for archive? The right answer is option C, which is inference. Operationalizing means deploying or integrating the model so it can run in the real world and produce predictions, which is inference reliably. Next question. What is the purpose of hyperparameter tuning? Either to reduce cost or solve complex risk or optimize model performance. The right answer is B, model performance optimization. Hyperparameter tuning adjusts settings like learning rate, tree depth, regularization to improve model performance or generalization. Next question. What is Boltzmann machine? Is it RNN or CNN or decision tree or a fully connected neural network? The right answer is option D, a fully connected neural network where every node is connected to every other node. A Boltzmann machine is a type of stochastic probabilistic neural network with symmetric connections, often described as a fully connected network. Next question. The first artificial neural network or artificial neuron was called ML or deep learning or perceptron and neuron. The right answer is option C, perceptron. Next question. For continuous machinery monitoring needing instant predictions, what is the best model operationalization approach? Is it a batch or a web service or an API approach or a real-time approach? The right answer is option D, real-time prediction, because the use case needs continuous, low latency, instant inference, not delayed or batch score. Next question. Which group is focused on continued iteration of the trustworthy AI framework? Is it the AI ethics board or the governance board or the third-party vendor or the trustworthy AI framework committee board? The right answer is trustworthy AI framework committee or board. Because a dedicated framework committee or board is a group whose primary job is to maintain, update and iterate the framework over time, which means versioning, updates to controls, guidance, lessons learned. Next question. What is machine learning algorithm? Is it a dev approach or a tool or a technology or an output you get from training ML systems or a set of steps? The right answer is answer D, a set of steps by which a system encodes experience into learning. It is a procedure or the rules that lets a model learn patterns from data and makes predictions or decisions. Next question. What is the main objective of data preparation phase? You want to get the data into the right data warehouse system, or you want to get the data into a state where it can be used to train ML models, or you want to format the data for data integration purpose. The right answer is B. You want to get the data into a state where it can be used to train machine learning models to meet business objectives. Data preparation core purpose is to make data usable, clean, ML ready, so models can be trained effectively. Next question. Your model worked well for 3 months, but performance recently dropped. What was missed in the workflow pipeline? When a model that was previously performing well begins to show a significant decline in accuracy or effectiveness, this often indicates the data distribution of the underlying pattern have changed over time, a phenomenon known as model drift. To address this, model retraining is essential. The right answer is model retraining. Model retraining involves updating the model by training it again on newer or updated data that reflects the current environmental situation. This helps the model adapt to changes, maintain its predictive performance. Without regular retraining, your model is going to become outdated as the real-world data evolves, causing performance degradation. Retraining is going to ensure the model remains relevant. Retraining is going to ensure the model remains accurate. Retraining is going to ensure the model is going to be useful over time, especially in dynamic context where input data characteristics will change frequently. You have come to the end of the podcast. Hope the knowledge is valuable. Thank you for tuning in.